All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kodash. I want to give double honors to my apostles and elders, Way Millstone, who teach very well. Walnut this truth from and sanitation out there to the hopeful elect, who continue to push his word in our truth, faith, and sincerity. And also, Shalom to the men and children that sincerely believe upon the words of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. And today, just basically touching up on us being in the light in the midst of gross darkness, man. Because everybody here in this society is lost. Whether you calling yourself an African American or whether you calling yourself an Asiatic black man, that's that covering cast that Esau pushed over here to make you lose your heritage, man. Now, Chinese, instead of them saying they from the Moabites, they say they're Chinese. I'm Taiwanese. I'm from Beijing, not knowing where they're truly from. And that's where you get when Esau is in rulership, man. Let's start off right here in Isaiah 60, and I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, "Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee." Now, how is the glory of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai risen upon us? Through this truth, through this light, this word which was revealed unto us. We was once in gross darkness. We was once covered in the veil of darkness, but Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai have woken us up, man. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and get there real quick with the covering cast, man, before I go back. Because one thing you can blame why people are lost or why people in this in this situation, you can blame Esau for it, because he the one that scattered everything up, man. He the guy that scattered the truth and pushed forth out deceit, for the lack of better words, man. Whether it be, again, you calling yourself an African American, even Christianity. Christianity is another way of how you're lost, man. You know, you're worshiping Chesley Borgier, a guy full of lack of better words, who's sitting on top of the cross in a diaper, with a thorn, with a crown of thorns on his head, but he don't look like you, man. He looked like a so-called white man. But Esau is telling you that this is your power, man. He's telling you that this guy is the one that's going to deliver you, man. But the only thing that Christianity is going to deliver you in is more in that dark state of mind, man. Let's go ahead and get that real quick. Please bow me, Akim. What's in Isaiah? Yep, Isaiah 25, and I'm gonna start at verse Isaiah 25, and I'm gonna start at verse 7. It says, "And he will destroy in this mountain," and that mountain is actually represent the current government that we're living in right now. It says, "And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations." And what's that veil? That veil of deceit, man, of him ruling, because that's one way how he get to hold on to his kingdom, through deceit and lies, man. That's one way Esau get to basically have people in that trick bag, by basically covering your eyes, man. Instead of you thinking that the so-called white man, the devil, you think the devil is a guy that's in a red spandex suit, man. Things like that is how Esau get over upon the whole planet Earth. But let's go back to that Isaiah 60, because it says what? The glory of the Lord has risen upon us. So we're took off that veil. The Lord said he's going to destroy that covering cast. He's going to destroy that blinding spirit that Esau pushed out upon us, man. Because the reason why people can't get this word, because Esau have blinded them from it, man. The power of this world have blinded them from the good mercies of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. But the water Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai for waking us up so we can get this truth. Read this again, Isaiah 60 and verse 1. Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee. And again, how is the glory of the Lord risen upon us? Through this word, through this truth, through information, man. Something as subtle as information in words is the most powerful things upon the planet Earth. Teddy Roosevelt said, or the knowledge of the Bible is way more worth than a college education, man. So even Esau know that the courses that he putting you through, Yale and Harvard, he even know that's bullshit. Let's continue on to verse 2. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. Right there. Gross darkness is covering the people. One way you can see that is people don't even know their gender now, man. They are he, him. They're they. There, him, she, non-binary, all these things, it shows you that these people are under gross darkness, man. They don't know what's going on. Read this again. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. And again, how is that? Through the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that he have given unto us, man. Knowing not to celebrate Christmas, knowing not to celebrate Thanksgiving. Because through the words of Yahweh Hashem Shai, we know the difference between right and wrong, for the lack of better words, man. Let's go right here to the book of Psalms. 119, and I'm gonna start at verse 104. Through thy precepts I get understanding. Right there, through the scriptures we get understanding, man. Not through Esau or a college education. Yeah, you can learn some things, but you also going further in that Babylonian pit, man. You going more in debt. You feel me? But at the same time, through the scriptures, you get true understanding of life, man. Read this again. Through thy precepts, I get understanding. Therefore, I hate every false way. Why do we hate every false way? Because every way that's not the way of Yahweh Hashem Shai is pure darkness, man. And it's going to lead you unto death. Verse 105, thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. So this is how we navigate through Babylon, man. Through the words of Yahweh Hashem Shai, even simple precepts like be wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove can actually save your life, man. Instead of you cussing out your boss and pulling out Romans 9 and 13, you let them have it, and 2 days later you get a raise. Little things like that is how Yahweh Hashem Shai work, man. Because our power is a power of knowledge, man. You know? In the highest knowledge upon the planet Earth is not through a diploma or a piece of paper. No, it's through these words, man. Through the true wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Hashem Shai. And this is how we're going to be preserved from the dangerous times ahead, man. What it says in Isaiah 33 in verse 6. What it says, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times, man. And it's not just wisdom and knowledge of physics or wisdom and knowledge of chemicals and things like that. Even though we know that Yahweh Hashem Shai, he made those things, but through this word, this true wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is how we're going to get it through these dangerous times, man. Because again, it's going to be dark out here, a dark winter. For the lack of better words, the heart of many shall wax cold. Basically, Yahweh Hashem Shai is finna turn things up, man. And without this word, you're as good as dead. Let's get something real quick. This is the book of Job 29. And I'm going to start at verse 2. It says, oh, that hour in months past, as in the days when the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Shai, preserved me. When his candle, and how does the Lord preserve you? Verse 3, when his candle shined upon my head. And how is this candle shined upon our head? Through this word, man. The Lord have opened our minds up into this truth. It says, when his candle shined upon my head, and when by his light I walk through darkness. Yes, man. So, although I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall not fear, for thou art with me, man. Because again, it's going to be a high rate of death coming here, man, in this place. A high rate of destruction, a high rate of people just being lost and not knowing what's going on and being taken in the plagues that's going on, man. Because they was in the dark. One definition about being in the dark about things is being ignorant, not knowing of, man. You know, it's a thing called the ostrich effect, when basically you put your head in the ground to try to ignore the problem until it go away. But guess what? The problems that America and the whole world is going through right now is not going to go away, man. It's only going to get worse and worse as we'll get closer into the end. Like the scriptures say, through much tribulation, we shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, man. But how do we get past these different tribulations? How do we get past these different trials and errors that we go through? Through the word. That's what strengthens us basically in these last days, man. Let's go to Proverbs. Proverbs 2. Jump down to verse. Yep. Proverbs 2, and I'm going to jump down to start at verse 8. It says, he keepeth the path of judgment and preserveth the way of his saints. So again, the Lord, he's going to preserve us, man. And one thing, the definition for preserve is basically to keep safe despite the conditions, man. Like certain food preservatives, you get like some green beans and you soak it with salt and vinegar, and basically that food will be good for years, man. No matter if you refrigerate it or not, that food is still going to be healthy. It's still going to maintain its vitamins and all that, man. But basically, if you don't put that food in salt, or you don't put that food in that certain condition, then it's going to get to a point when that food is going to get spoiled. You know, basically, once you use preservative, it extends its expiration date. It still gives the food life, man. And that's what this word do. It gives us life. It says, thou shalt understand righteousness, judgment, and equity, yeah, every good path. And what every good path is, this truth, man. Verse 10, when wisdom enter into thine heart, and knowledge is pleasant unto thy soul, these words, man, whether it be on videos, or whether it be you just talking to a brother, whether it be you reading, man. That's when wisdom into thy heart, and it says pleasant unto thy soul, which for lack of better words, like it says, it's sweet as honey, and, and it's building in your belly. But you know that sweetness is going to lead, and that bitterness is going to lead to the salvation of your soul, man. You know, that's why it says, and knowledge is pleasant unto thy soul. Be apt to teach. Miss not the godly discourse, for the lack of better words. You know, whether the footsteps of a wise man doth, roughly paraphrasing, these different precepts is going to basically help you, man. Especially in the times that we're coming in, because again, the light's still on, the water is still running, and the heater is still going. But when all those things stop, people, true feelings are going to show. Verse 11, discretion shall preserve thee, understanding shall keep thee. So through the wisdom, and again, through the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the Bible, man, knowing the secrets of the Most High, knowing the prophecies, knowing about Isaiah 47:1, man, about the downfall of Babylon, knowing about the famine, knowing about the RFID that's written about in Revelations 13, knowing that is going to actually preserve you, man. You know what the MOTB is, and you know what to stay away from, man. And going back into that light, because if you're in the dark about it, you can't identify if that's a lamb or a lion, man. You know, if you're in the dark, you can't identify if it's a snake or a staff, man. And about time you get bit, it's too late. So again, the water Yahweh Shemau for this word, because again, it preserves us from the dangerous times ahead, man. Let's go right here to the book of 2 Peter 2. Now, 2 Peter 1, Salaki. 2 Peter 1, and I'm going to start at verse 19. It says, we have also a more sure word of prophecy. And that's a part of the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures, man. The spirit of prophecy, which is what? The spirit of Yahweh Shai. And when you go into the word prophecy, it actually means to what? Say before. Say something is going to happen before it happened. You know, watch out, a train coming, you know? Now you can jump away and get out the way of the train. That's what this word actually do, man. Read this again. We also have a mature word of prophecy, whereunto you do well to take heed, as unto a light that shineth in a dark place. And we are in a dark place again. Gross darkness have covered the world, and gross darkness the people. But the Lord have risen upon us. How have the Lord risen upon us? He gave us the spirit of prophecy, man. He gave us this word, the true wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures, man. Reading this again. It says, whereunto you do well to take heed, as unto a light that shineth in a dark place, until the day dawn and the day star arise in your hearts. And basically, Yahweh Shai abiding in you, man. Because if Yahweh Shai is abiding in you, especially in these last days, you're going to be preserved, man, from the dangerous things that Esau have planned ahead. Because once you continue back on that, let's go back to the Proverbs too. Because that's what this word is actually here for too, to preserve you from Esau, man. Verse 12, to deliver thee from the way of the evil man that speaketh forward things. Because he's going to get ready to come down having great wrath, man. He's going to be like a madman sparing none. Whether you be a 2-year-old child or a 40-year-old man or a 70-year-old woman. If some came out, they just arrested a 70-year-old lady for not paying her garbage bill, man. Imagine how worse it's going to get when she don't want to take that sea hill. Because this draconian beast, he's finna get ready to show himself. It's getting to a point when this light, through the spirit of power, Yahweh Shemel Shah, the light that's shining is revealing everybody. It's revealing everything, but it's also revealing the devil, who he truly is, man. Because again, it's going to get to a point when you don't have that device inside you, you're going to be deemed as a threat, for the lack of better words, man, a medical threat, you know. But again, it says this word is going to deliver you from the way of the evil man, from the man that speaketh forward things, who leaveth the path of uprightness to walk in the ways of darkness. And that's the way that Esau wants you to walk, in the way of darkness, in the way of death, man. Because at the end of the day, Esau and his lifestyle is nothing but darkness, is nothing but ignorance. Because again, you go into that word dark. Another word for that word dark is ignorance, man. He wants you to be ignorant about what the MOTB is, man. You know, he wants you to be ignorant about what's righteous and what's wicked, man. Basically not knowing any better. But through the scriptures, the Lord have gave us the spirit of discernment to know the difference between good and evil, man. Again, like Christmas. Jake celebrating Christmas, man. And at the end of the day, for lack of better words, you doing that because you don't know no better. You don't know the history of it, man. But Jake just doing anyway for the kids, and that make the kids ignorant. And again, it's like a generational ignorance, for lack of better words. If the parents ignorant, they're going to teach the kid the same way, and the kid is going to bring it down to generation to generation. But through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, the Lord, he have stopped that generational curse of ignorance, man. By what? By raising up his men, women, and children to believe. Going back to that Isaiah 60:1. Arise and shine, for the light is upon thee. Even though these people that's around us is in the midst of gross darkness, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai have raised us up so we can see the light, man. And really, that's all that matters, man. That's why it says, you got to save yourself first, man, before you try to save anybody else. Be persuaded in your own mind. You know, ain't nothing like you can talk to you blue into your face to make your auntie get it. No, man, whether she get it or not, it's up to the Lord whether she get it. You know, let's go to Numbers 6 and 24. Because again, that light and that shining is a part of us being preserved from the dangerous times. Numbers 6 and 24, it says, the Lord bless thee and keep thee. And how does the Lord bless us and keep us? By abiding under the tabernacle of Yahweh Shemel Shai. One thing, it says, the name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous run into it are safe. We're safe when we're coming to the refuge of Yahweh Shemel Shai, man. It says, the Lord make his face to shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. Yes, man, the Lord shined his face upon us. And that don't mean that Yahweh Shai actually came down and spoke to us face to face. No, man. He's speaking us face to face through these words, man. You know? Read this again. It says, the Lord make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. The Lord lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. So this is how we have a peace of mind too, through the words that Yahweh Shema have spoken unto us, man. Like he says in St. John, the 14th chapter, I send you a comforter, and I'm not going to comfort you like the world do it, and basically this comforter is going to give us a peace of mind, bro. So when our hell break loose, once we in the midst of the famine, we're still going to keep and hold fast our hope in the Lord, man. Hold fast our integrity. Hold fast the words that he has spoken. Because like the scriptures say, whoever called upon the Lord and was forsaken, whoever trusted upon him, he did not answer. Roughly paraphrasing, man. So let's go ahead and get this, because at the end of the day, whether Jake get it or not, it's cool. Whether Jake get it or not, it's cool as long as we get it. This St. John 3 in verse 19, it says, and this is the condemnation, that light is coming to the world, and men love darkness rather than light. Yes, because a lot of people don't want to come into this truth, or they like to demonize this truth. Why? Because they're so used to the Babylonian customs of Esau, man. It says, and this is the condemnation, that light is coming to the world, and men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil. Yes, you still wanted to be ignorant. You thought commit adultery, man. That's a big thing in the Jake neighborhood. And you say, yeah, man, that sound all good. But if I can't, sleep with his woman and make a song about it, I don't want no business with it. That's wicked as hell, man. But they're celebrated here in this Western culture. Verse 20, for everyone that doeth evil hateth the light, neither cometh to the light, lest his deeds shall be reproved. And that's one reason why Esau hating us being on the highways and byways, because we're reproving the deeds of 2/3 of our people in these other nations, but also we're reproving Esau, man. That's why Esau's biggest fear is us being on the street corners, us being out on the highways and byways and calling him out as the devil that the Bible speaks of, identifying the devil, man. Verse 21, it says, but he that doeth truth come unto the light, because that's a refuge, man. Once you in darkness, again, you can't tell if it's a lamb or a lion. You can't tell if it's a snake or a staff. You have to come into the light to identify it. It says, but he that doeth truth come into the light, that his deeds may be made manifest, that they are wrought in the Most High. So your deeds are made manifest, that you're working with Yahweh Shema Shai, and that Yahweh Shema Shai is working with you, man. That's the importance of the light, man. Because again, we're in the midst of gross darkness, but the Lord have raised us up to basically, get right. To basically get out of this ignorant state, man. The Lord has quickened us, brought us back to life. So yeah, I pray this video was edifying. I want to say, Call Halayim La Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah, by Hashem Rakakodash, Shalom DTA, and the Bible Bow.